No, your eyes are not deceiving you. I did in fact not become more handsome in the 1 hour between this and my last video. I'm probably not going to upload it right after, but I have changed my camera because my old camera only records at 180p, and this one records supposedly at 4K, which might be the same thing, I'm not sure. Just put in the comments if you like this camera more or the other camera. This has some FPS issues though, which is a bit weird. What I'm talking about today though is an absolute plague which is about to befall some of my favorite series of all time. And that plague, of course, is Netflix. Now, Netflix is kind of a double-edged sword. For anyone who doesn't know, Netflix has just recently acquired Warner Bros. Studios, which has an insane catalog of old, super famous movies like The Dark Knight trilogy, Harry Potter, Mad Max. And on one hand, yes, you might also get all these shows on Netflix, but they might also just keep HBO Max and Netflix separate, or just increase the price of Netflix now that they have more like movies to watch, which is probably what's going to happen because let's be serious for a second. They're a mega corporation. They are going to steal from you. My main problem isn't that they're increasing the prices, because at the end of the day, I'm not paying for my family Netflix. It is my mother, who, I love you, mom. I have nothing to do with this. Of course, it's annoying for other people, but my main problem is that Netflix originals fucking suck. They are so bad, it is insane. I'm not sure if Stranger Things has always been a Netflix original, but season 4 and 5 are really lacking. And I've seen this a lot, like, I'm not sure, like, what influence Netflix really has over Netflix originals, but just recently Frankenstein by Guillermo del Toro came out, and it has that, like, I don't even know how to describe it, it's that Netflix originalness to it, where it's, like, almost over CGI. It looks weird. It's like overproduced almost. And a lot of the lines, I mean, they're fine, but I don't even know how to explain it. I just really don't like Netflix originals, and it doesn't have anything to do with Netflix originals. I used to love Netflix originals. Like, that's almost, I mean, there's not much else to watch on Netflix really, because they've, like, been super greedy and eliminated every other show. But my dad has always said this, and I used to disagree with him, where every time I was watching a Netflix original, he would always say, "This is so bad." And I'm like, no, it's fine, it's a good show. I'm making excuses for it because, you know, I was invested in the Netflix slop they were supplying. I've noticed it as well, and this ties together with the film slop in general that's coming out right now, where instead of making new movies, they're just remaking old movies, or they're making part 2s to movies that don't need part 2s. And you'll understand why this is bad, because HBO Max, I have a little list here that I made of all the intellectual properties of HBO Max and movies that you might see Netflix remaking. Not the original creators, but Netflix directors will be remaking these. We have Mad Max, The Matrix, because that one definitely needs a part 4. Gremlins, Harry Potter, the entire DC universe, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. Now, it's not a secret that I dislike DC already to begin with. Now, Marvel isn't much better at the current standpoint it's at, but at least it used to be great. DC I've always just thought was a really bad film universe that doesn't... I mean, the new Batman's fine, but besides that, it's kind of lacking. But I know there's a lot of diehard fans who will inevitably lose their minds whenever Netflix makes a sequel on Batman, and they're using like Marvel humor, like, that just happened. Because that is how every Netflix original is. There's that basic like dialogue that is like never offending anyone, and the most basic story and plot lines. It's so annoying. Some other things that I really hate is that they're taking the Lego movie as well, and you just know they're gonna rip that shit. Because the Lego movie is such an easy cash grab to remake, man. But I think the first two, I've watched them. I have watched Lego Movie 1 and 2, and I enjoy them. I'm not ashamed to say that. They are good movies for what they are. Lego Movie 3 is not needed, and they will make one, and it will ruin everything. Other things that HBO Max also has, like Casablanca, I'm pretty sure is HBO, as in like Warner Bros. HBO. Sherlock Holmes, Pacific Rim, Blade Runner. Oh my god. It's just not nice. It's truly just, I don't know. Again, as I said, it's a double-edged sword, because on one hand, Smiling Friends is going to be on Netflix probably, if they merge together as I'm expecting them to do. And I've always wanted to watch Smiling Friends, and I just didn't really have the time to find a pirated website to watch it on. That's what kind of the nice thing about Smiling Friends is they have like a lot of creative freedom, and they don't really operate like a normal show. It's like just those two guys who make the entire plot and everything. And I feel like if a huge studio like Netflix takes it over, they're going to be less lenient in what they allow them to make. It's like, it's that one question: infinite bacon but no games, or infinite games but no games? This is the exact thing. Would you rather have Netflix and HBO Max, or Netflix together with HBO Max, but no good shows to watch? I hope I'm wrong. I really do. But Netflix just has a talent for ruining good shows. And the decisions they make with funding. I used to watch this show way back in the day, and I loved it so much. It was called like The Society or something. And I always used to watch with my friends every Friday. They'd come over, we watched a new episode of The Society, and then whatever fucking garbage Netflix had to offer. And they had a season 2. I'm decently sure they had it filmed partially as well. But then Netflix was like ultra greedy and pushed the deadlines ahead during COVID. And then they like were illegally filming, so they couldn't actually use it. And then they needed more funding. And then instead of funding like the top 10 most watched show, they funded a new season of Big Mouth. And I think I stopped watching Netflix for like 2 years after that, because I was just so annoyed. But they just don't, like, historically, you can look back in time, and they have canceled so many good shows just to put out more, like, Family Guy slop, is what I'm gonna call it. It's like those super long series that like House, also Friends is another one. Like, it doesn't really have a good plot line. It's just like episodical. There's a word for it. I'm stupid. Like Rick and Morty, kind of. Well, Rick and Morty's fine. It's getting to a point as well. They really love producing shows that are just long. They don't care about good. They just care about a lot of stuff to watch on Netflix. And that's my problem. If they acquire these properties from Warner Bros., who I mean, they already have, they're just gonna make slop out of it. And I really just don't want that to happen. Even if I'm not the biggest fan of these franchises, I'd rather just have good stuff. And they've spent like, this is the thing, they spent like 98 billion to fucking acquire these things. They're gonna sell you some slop. They're gonna have to make their money back somehow. And I just don't think they're gonna make it in a good way. Anyways, that's actually about it. I'm not uploading 2 videos a day. This is just a one-off thing, I promise. Or maybe not. Again, tell me if the camera quality is good. And also, a warning ahead of time. I'm gonna be uploading every day until the 15th of December, and then 15th until the 19th, I have some military stuff to do, because mandatory military in Switzerland is weird like that. And then I'm gone over Christmas from the 22nd until like New Year, basically, to visit my family in Hungary. So no videos then either. I have like 100 viewers, but I feel obligated to still inform you guys that I will be gone for a bit. I'm returning in the New Year. I'm employed then. Employment. And I'll be making videos every day. If I feel like it, of course. I don't want to force myself, because then I'm going to never make videos again. You guys know the drill if you've been here for a while. They come if they come, and I'm going to disappear forever if they don't come. So, anyways, see you guys. As always, love you all. Bye.